Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Kanika Arora, moderator from shiksha.com. So, we are here for the CAT 2022 webinar today with Ritesh Thakre, who is a current student of IIM Ahmedabad and a CAT topper with 99.85 percentile. So, hi, Ritesh, how are you?
Hi Kanika, I'm good, and I'm currently joining all of you from Ahmedabad. So yeah, glad to be here and glad to attend this event.
Great. You are most welcome to the webinar, dear. So we have our aspirants today. We have many aspirants who have joined in. I would like to just start posting your questions, guys, under Q&A tab, whatever queries you have. And today we'll be discussing about exam pattern, eligibility criteria, registration process under CAT 2022, and the mock test. Apart from that, he'll give a quick tip at the end of the session. So would request you all to please start pouring in your queries under Q&A tab. It will be taken from there itself. And Ritesh, in the meanwhile, I would request you to give a brief introduction about yourself. Welcome to the webinar once again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Ritesh Thakre, as you all know, and I'm currently a student of IIM Ahmedabad for the PGP program of 2022-2024. And prior to joining IIM Ahmedabad, I was a mechanical engineer, and I worked with Infosys for around a few months. And I was for a few of the students, I was a CBSE student for both 10th and 12th, and my details are being shared. I scored a 10 CGPA in 10, 12, 92.2%. And in CAT, I scored a 99.85. And in VRC, I scored a 99.99%. Kanika, I think you are on.
Okay, I'm saying we are glad that you are here with us, and it'll be a very informative session, I guess. So, without just taking much of your time, I would request you to start with the registration eligibility and the process for CAT. And attendees, all the attendees, I would request you to please post your questions under Q&A tab. We are eagerly waiting for your doubts. So, yeah, up to you, Ritesh.
First I'll take up the eligibility. Any student that has completed a 3-year course or 3+ year courses are eligible for it, or are in the final year of their undergraduation are eligible for applying to the CAT exam. And the registration process is entirely an online process on the CAT website. IIM CAT website is there. Convener for this year is IIM Bangalore, as you all might be knowing. And for exam pattern, we are just aware that this year the paper will be of 2 hours, and the entirely sectional division for we hope that it would be like last year, 40 minutes per section, but we are not very sure of how it would be there. Yeah, again, Kanik, I think you are on mute. So
Thanks for sharing this information. So we have like questions coming in. If today I'm starting from zero, can I complete the course? If yes, and how?
okay, if you are starting from zero, let me be very clear that 2 of the sections in CAT do not require a syllabus as such. There is no syllabus for VARC and DILR. Those are purely logical areas.
Okay.
Syllabus is there for quant section. I think you can cover up the sections from here on. Around 4 months is there. So you can cover up, score a decent percentile, but you have to attempt more mocks and devote more time to CAT to clear the exam.
Great. So Urvaski, I think you got your answer. So you can just concentrate more on the mock test and maybe you will be able to get through that. It's not difficult to, like, it's never late to start. Okay, so we have next question from Muskan. She's in first year of graduation in BBA. So when should she like start preparation for the CAT? When is the right time as per you?
Uh, Maybe around second year she can start, but it is very important that the student focuses more about her curriculum of the college as well, because the scores for the undergrad are also taken into consideration. CAT preparation usually takes around 8 months to prepare if you are preparing very slowly. So even in the second year, if the person starts, she can easily complete her syllabus.
So Muskan, it's like a good time to start. Please go ahead with the same. Coming to the next question being asked by Anushka Mishra, if I have a experience, then it will be beneficial for taking admission in A grade colleges.
Yeah.
Is it?
Dicey question. It's cannot say that it would be beneficial, though there are
Right.
few points being allotted to work experience.
Okay.
It is a good thing to have work experience, but it is not a sure shot guarantee that you would get into a B school. Many factors, previous scores, CAT score are taken into consideration. Yeah, do not forget about the personal interview round.
Right. Okay. As a non-math student, how should like one prepare himself or herself for CAT?
Okay, so for non-math students, it is going to be a bit difficult, but
Okay.
do not forget that the syllabus is only till 10th standard, and everybody has a maths till 10th standard. So
Mm,
it is not very difficult, but you need to practice more calculations and judiciously study each topic.
yeah. So you should just concentrate more and a little like more from your side is required. Again, a question by anonymous attendees. Can I start today and complete it till November?
I think you can complete the number or devote more time to it. Devote more time to CAT. Would be done.
Okay. Great. Coming to the next question, I scored 700 plus in math exam. How can like Anushka score 700 plus in math? Any suggestions and any tips from your side for scoring well?
I'm not aware of how the MAT exam goes. I have not given MAT as such, but I think
Okay.
it is on the similar lines to CAT. So you can prepare by looking into the previous year papers syllabus, and if it is closer to CAT, yeah, you can prepare from CAT material as well.
Okay. Uh, Muskan is again asking, she's in first year of graduation in BBA. When should she start the preparation of CAT? Everyone is just concerned because CAT is upcoming. So they
Yeah.
want to know exactly when the preparation should start. You can start it, guys, from today itself. It's good to start beforehand whenever you want to. And rest, Ritesh will tell you.
So yeah, actually, for my 4 year engineering, even I was focused on giving CAT in the second year itself. Though I
Okay.
started my preparation in third year, and in the fourth year, I didn't give the CAT. I gave after my graduation. So
Okay.
yeah, the preparation never goes in. Yeah, you can prepare for now as
Exactly,
well.
exactly. I just believe in that. Okay, Ronica is saying her score is in 12th, 10th and 12th and graduation are 77, 81 and 70%. So can she get called from IIM ABC or any other
Uh,
top institute?
So yeah, firstly, I cannot comment on whether she will get a call or not because it is relative to the other student pool of candidates and which pool is she getting into, whether it is the graduation engineering students or commerce or arts background. But yeah, you cannot say that I won't get a call from a particular B school, though A and C are known for giving more weightage to that. But yeah, the B school can be there.
Okay. And can I prepare for CAT? I'm also doing CA Inter. An anonymous and attendee is asking this question again.
Yeah, you can give cat. Definitely, a CA intern can give a cat. Uh, but it is important to know that when your internship is going to get completed, even if you get a call and if it's not
Okay.
over by then. So yeah, next
Right.
year you can definitely give cat again.
That's so sweet. Okay, so Muskan is saying thanks. Thanks a lot, Muskan. And we are waiting for more queries from your side. If you still have doubts, just post it. We'll be happy to help you out. Please share your CAT journey in brief. Also, BTech CGPA. It's a great question being asked. We'd also like to listen to your CAT journey. How was it?
So, yeah. First, I'll say my graduation score. Do not get fixated to the score. It was
Mm,
9.43 GP out of 10. It
okay.
was on the higher side.
Yeah.
But for the CAT preparation, unfortunately, the undergrad score were not taken up the last year by many institutes. So it didn't give me many benefits as such. But yeah, for the journey as such, yeah, I was started my preparation. I said in the second year, I was thinking about giving CAT. In the third year, I
Mm,
started my preparation.
okay.
By the end of 2021, I was done with my basics. But like as I said, by the end of CAT 2020 itself, I was done with my basics, but I didn't give
Right.
that year. And 2021 is when I gave my CAT, and
Right.
yeah, that
Mm.
year I just focused on mocks. So don't go for mocks first. Prepare with the basics, and only then you can start simultaneously. Do not miss
Right.
mocks, but yeah, basics need to be done. And otherwise, it is of no use to give mocks like blind. You need to
Definitely.
analyze them as well.
And here itself, I would like to ask you about your study plan and the strategies that you were being following.
So yeah, so I'll take up this question in detail. For each
Right.
section, I'll take up the strategy. For my VRC section, giving initial few marks, I realized that I was not able to read all the RC parts, and that is
Okay.
very detrimental to your score, knowing that you cannot read up. And that is when I decided to read more. So at least an hour a day I was reading. I was reading through different materials. Started with the editorial pages of Hindu, and then swiftly moving towards IIM. And then that's where I developed my reading habit, and I saw that my scores were improving. And the score didn't improve initially, but I could complete it. I gave a lot of sectionals and mocks to understand how to eliminate options. In VRC, it is very important to know the structure of the passage. You need to follow what is the author trying to convey. You need to break down simultaneously what is the premise, what is the argument, where is the conclusion, and all those things. Focus on that. In DILR, I have practiced a lot of questions, and then swiftly moved to mocks and QA basics, and then mocks. Yeah.
Great, great. So, like, you did a lot of things to achieve this much score. I just can expect that. Okay, so Muskan is again asking, should she go for self preparation or some coaching? Or math subject like is the weakest subject of hers?
So here it is like completely upon the person. If the person is motivated enough to do it through self-study, they can go for it. I
Okay.
definitely went for a coaching in my third year because it is a structured manner they go teach you. So you can definitely join a coaching institute.
Okay, great. So, next question is from Vishu. Wanted to know about the difference between specialized MBA and executive MBA.
Okay, so specialized MBA as such is the MBA in where you are, I'm not very sure about that, but I think it is a 2 year program that we are going through it. In the first year, in IIMs, you are not supposed to choose a subject. In the second year, you are provided with the electives.
Okay.
Executive MBA is an 1 year MBA, and it is on the higher side of work experience. The
Okay.
work is on the higher side.
Okay, and how one can manage time for each section? Like, given which section should be prioritized first? I'm sorry.
So initially, I think you should give a mock to understand which section is your weakest section, and
Okay,
then you need to focus your energies into it. I realized that QA was not that difficult for me, so I was focused less on it and more on the
okay.
acid.
And one person is saying, anonymous attendee once again, he's in second year, third semester of BBA course. When do you suggest me to start for CAT preparation? You answered this,
Yeah.
right? And second year, Roshni is a second year student of UG. I want to know which type of a book or study material is good for preparation. It's again
Study.
very good. Yeah, study material that you would refer to clear CAT.
So I think the study material from each coaching institute is good enough, but I
Okay,
personally subscribe to Time for their material and mock test I took from IMS and Time as well. You can also
okay,
go for Shiksha's mock test.
great.
Yeah.
So Ravikant, this is like the answer to your question as well. Study material for CAT and which books are required for CAT. And Ashka has answered again. Taking mocks are important, but which source will be the best and will boost your confidence?
Mocks don't boost your confidence. More often than not, they demotivate you. But yeah, they give a true picture of your standing in the competitive CAT exam. You have to understand that the brightest
Exactly.
of the minds are going to compete over you. And for mocks, you can subscribe to any coaching institute, analyze it thoroughly, and carry the learnings. Don't carry the scores ahead with you.
Exactly. Okay. So Shreyas wanted to know what exactly will be the job or work one will be assigned in corporates after completing MBA in finance. In short, what will be the work environment for finance side of MBA?
Work environment as such, there would be different roles. Equity
Hmm.
research would be there, then the financial markets are there. Those are other roles. And job on finance side is more difficult. It is
Right.
more hectic. Yeah.
Right. It depends upon the domain like which you are going in. Okay. Are extracurricular activities important for getting into IMA?
They are an added advantage, but of course, they won't offset your scores. So you can talk about them in the interview stage, but in the initial first round of selection, they won't be taken into consideration.
Okay. And the student is working, attendee, anonymous attendee, is saying that he's working as a consultant for Deloitte and come with 2 years work ex. The work hours are 14 to 15 hours per day. So this is actually like valid for all working professionals, hence leaving me no time to study on weekdays. Can you please guide on the strategy to target scoring areas in the time crunch?
Okay, so initially, like I said, focus on what are your strengths and weaknesses. In the
Right.
weekdays, I think during the night time or the early morning, an hour or two would help. Weekends, sorry, you need to focus at least 8 hours a week to each day on the weekend to like
Right.
squeeze time out to prepare.
Okay. You have to manage, and time management is very important, dear. So Prakriti is saying, good evening, dear. Anshika, how much percentage in graduation is required to apply for CAT?
There's no percentage requirement as such. Anybody can apply for CAT, but the scores are taken into consideration by selection.
Okay. And Sakit is a graduated student and giving CAT 2022. All the best, first of all, Sakit. Will it be considered as a gap year?
If you're not working post your undergrad, maybe it will be considered as a gap year. But in the interest stage, in the first round of selection,
Okay.
nobody's going to see it. So you can
Okay.
justify that as well. You can justify and
It
get
can
on.
be justified. Great.
Yeah.
So, attendees saying, I have taken admission for PGDM in some college in Mumbai. After that, I am thinking of giving MAHA, MBA, CET. Will it be worth giving
Uh,
that exam? MBA,
maybe
CET exam.
MBA exam, I think then is the person going for a double MBA? That's the question that comes to my mind at the first place. Or is it the executive part? If you're doing an MBA, are you going to plan to complete this MBA or drop through it? I'm not able to gauge from the question itself. But
Yeah.
yeah, for the CAT, the colleges are good. I can see that.
Okay. I would request you to please repost your question and give more clarification about the doubt at what you are asking. So please share your CAT journey and BTech. He's already answered this. Very good evening. I'm currently running with my semester 5 of degree, third year. Can you please suggest me some tricks to crack my CAT? I'm worried because there is less time left. Any tricks, tips?
There are, there are no shortcuts in CAT. Those who say that there are shortcuts to prepare, there is a methodology to go after it.
Right.
There's no shortcut in VRC and DLR. If someone says there are shortcuts, the questions that will be thrown in the CAT would ultimately won't help with the shortcuts. That's what I can say.
Okay. In CAT exam again, how much percentage is required to get into IIM? Overall IIMs you are asking, or like top IIMs or baby IIMs? So just Ritesh, help him out.
I'll go with the top IIMs only. So if it is a
Exactly.
GEM candidate, general engineer male,
Okay.
99.5 plus 99.6 plus is needed to get a call. And if the person
Super.
and is in other
Okay.
category, at least target 99 plus. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. All the best, guys. I think you can definitely do it with a lot of practice and your study part, whatever you are just diverting to it. Any specific books would you like to suggest for cat? This is again the same question. So he's already answered, guys. And like if you miss out on any question, we'd be posting this webinar on YouTube. You can definitely go and watch ahead. Apart from that, if you have any more questions, I'll share you the link wherein you can post and directly ask the panelists after the webinar also. Okay, so everyone says that your life will change after getting admission in IIM. What's your opinion after getting admission in IIM and what you feel, Hartley?
So yeah, the life definitely changes after getting into an IIM,
Yes.
any of the IIMs. So it
Okay.
gets more hectic, it gets more difficult, to be honest. You feel a lot enthusiastic initially, and then the enthusiasm should go ahead with that. And
Okay.
the feeling is very beautiful. It is something that you have achieved after your hard work. And the life changes after getting into an IIM. The rigor definitely would change you after 2 years.
Definitely. I agree with you totally. After getting into IIM Ahmedabad, like what you would have felt. Okay. So what is your schedule for CAT preparation,
So
Ritesh?
my schedule initially, as I said, was during my attempt for CAT 2020 was preparation of basics and mocks, but unfortunately I didn't give it that year. Next year I just focused on mocks. I started late though,
Okay.
And I just focus on mocks, and the mocks learnings are very important. You need to note down the mistakes you are making, try to avoid making them again. Note down good questions, make a good notebook in which your concepts are there, good questions are there. Be very judicious with your preparation. Don't
Exactly.
get fixated with the result. The process is very important. Enjoy the process, enjoy the journey.
Okay. And tips for like attending VARC section.
Uh, the tips for VRC section is that first you need to be aware that how much you are going to read. If you are able to read the entire section, it is
Okay.
good for you. Then increase your attempts. Initially gauge the difficulty of RC questions, attempt accordingly, make the order, and then similar goes with VA. Gauge the difficulty, make your order of question selection, and then attempt use
Okay.
questions.
Okay. So Muskan is asking, she wants to know about your mathematics. How strong was it? Average or you were a topper in maths?
I'll say average. I was not topper in maths as such, and I
Okay.
had my fair share of difficulties as well.
Okay.
But I was good with those basics, arithmetic and all those things, so, which were required for that. The,
So Muskan, don't worry, you can also attain that level. Okay. What are the steps? Are the admissions like steps for admissions in IIM after cracking the CAT exam?
yeah. So once the CAT exam is over, your results would be given in the month of around January,
Okay.
and post that the calls for each individual AMs would be there on their websites. You would see which IM calls you have got for the next stages. Last year the stages were VAT or only PI, or VAT PI rounds were there. You are supposed to attend them, attend the personal interview rounds, write the VATs, sometimes on center, sometimes online medium, and then the final list of candidates is generated.
Okay. And like which, I think he's asking, I'd like to know about which MBA is more scope. He's asking about specialization, maybe.
And all the MBA has all the MBA courses has scopes with them if you are doing
Okay.
from good institutes, and otherwise also they have scope. Your interest is very important. If the interest lies in a particular domain, go for it.
Okay. Are you aware of any YouTube channel for preparation?
I didn't follow many YouTube channels as such, but I did follow online to IIMs. Sometimes their YouTube videos were there. I was a part of student community, so I usually focused on mocks. I didn't need the basics to be covered. So yeah, for me it was less on YouTube, more on like book prep.
Okay. So Priya is like asking a similar question which was asked earlier. She has recently done her graduation and she is not an engineering student. She want to ask that 1 year gap is counted between the preparation till getting a call from IIM or any other institute.
Definitely, the in the form itself, they will ask how many months of work experience you have, and if there is no work experience, it is considered as a gap year. But it is not a disadvantage to the candidate. If you could justify what you were doing, what were your plans, students with gap year are also there in the institute, and with many years of gap year, gap years are also there. So you
They're
can
also
verify
there.
that.
Okay. Kavya wants to know she's currently enrolled with Time Institute for preparing CAT. So if she follows whatever material they have provided, will that be enough to score a 99 percentile in Quant?
I think it is more than enough because the material is very exhaustive in nature. I have seen the Times material, but the sectional and the mock test needs to be followed judiciously as well. Not
Okay.
just the theory part. In quants, you need to practice a lot as well.
Okay, fine. Karthik is saying for MBA and IIM, A, B, 10 and 12% matters. It will be considered, right?
Yeah, it will
What
be
you told,
considered. Yeah.
Ritesh. Okay. In VARC section, which one section to go first? VA or RC? And which you had gone for first?
So usually people go with the RC section, given
Okay.
that VA section has a lot of options. There are ordering in which the answers need to be there. There are four options. There are many ways. You know that 24 possible ways of answering a single question are there. You don't
Okay.
want to go with that. Usually I went for RCs followed by VA. My attempts
Okay.
were on the higher side. My accuracy was on higher side. Luckily that day and throughout as well. So for VRC section, try to go for RC. If you are good with VA, you can start with that also, but devote more time to RC because it is a scoring area. VA
Mm.
comparatively is less score.
It's a very good suggestion that you have shared with the students, and I think it will be helpful to the aspirants here itself. Okay, so how much time would you give to each section preparation?
Yeah, like I said, for the VA part, I was reading a lot, and at least an hour a day I was reading, post
Okay.
followed by solving questions for half an hour.
Okay.
DILR and the QA, there was no fixated time. If I on a stretch in a day, I would just go about solving DILR or just QA. So I didn't bifurcate my time each day for each section.
Okay. And does multiple attempts for CAT affect the profile, or does the effect like points that affect the
No, no,
points? No.
no, no. It is not taken into consideration how many times you attempted CAT for all the AMs. For FMS, I
Okay.
think they in the form they have mentioned whether you have attended FMS interview before. Only that much is taken into consideration, and I don't think it is negatively impact your interview for FMS also. So don't worry about that.
Okay. So Urvaski is saying she's in fifth sem. How can she manage her college as well as CAT preparation?
Uh, you have to manage your
Student,
college and yeah,
everyone is confused, like how they should take out time for CAT. So how did you do it? Like how was like were your plans? Were you able like how you were dividing your time and all?
so it was for me, it was more difficult as compared to students at non-COVID times because we
Okay.
had the online lectures going throughout the day and online coaching classes also going throughout the day. So you used to miss out on classes. I took out a weekend class schedule so
Okay.
that I can focus on the basics part. And you need to crunch more, squeeze more time out of the weekends. And then weekdays, please don't skip out. Just at least an hour, half an hour is also good enough.
Yeah, it's difficult, but we have to manage.
Yeah.
If we have to achieve something like you have achieved in your life, so we have to devote some time towards this as well. Okay. Coming to the next question being asked by Gajela Sais Rujan. I'm going to complete my horticulture final year in July 2023. If I attempt CAT this November and if I score good marks, am I eligible for MBA? How many months it may take for the entire interview and selection process?
I think the candidate is eligible for MBA this year because July 2023 is when the schedule would be get completed. I think the
Okay.
admission process starts in the month of around July only. It starts, so July August is
Okay.
there. There would be a clashing of times, but I think they can manage it. Many students in the final year have joined times. Yeah.
Okay. Like approximately how many months does it take for entire interview and selection process?
So entire interview, first the CAT exam takes place in the month of November. The results are out usually in the first week of Jan, and the entire process gets completed around May, June. Sometimes the wait list keeps moving, but I
Okay.
think yeah, around in the month of July you're supposed to join the institutes in 15th,
Okay.
16th, or 20th.
Attendees asking once again, can I pursue MBA at the age of 25? Like he do have work experience.
Yeah, the many students with the age of 28 are also joining institutes, so 25 is not a
Okay.
very
Big age.
yeah.
Okay. Which field of MBA is better, MBA marketing or MBA finance? Now they are particularly asking about two fields, MBA marketing or finance, which has a better scope.
To be very honest, I'm not the right person to answer this question. I've just joined the institute, but please don't compare those two domains. They are equally good. That's what
Okay.
I have heard from my seniors. And
Okay.
interest lies. So just focus on where your interest is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It depends upon the interest of the person and varies from person to person.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I complete my CAT in 4 months and get admission in Bangalore colleges? I do have reservations. Prakriti is saying that.
Your colleges, I think the person is asking about IIM Bangalore or the other institutes from the city of
She's
Bangalore.
just
I just said
asking. Yeah.
I, I think I'll go with IIM Bangalore because I think the person can prepare in 4 months. And if it is like the CET kind of a arrangement, even I think that would be possible to go for. I think the CET takes place in the month of January, the state of Maharashtra. So
Okay.
January or March, I'm not very sure about it. Can get
Okay.
into the institutes.
And which topics under quants, like in case a person have to miss if he's good at DILR and VARC, since like she's not an engineer, which topics
So
can be skipped off in quants?
ideally, I won't say that skip some topics, at least prepare some basics of the topics, but I think you can leave out probability, permutation, combination because they are on the difficult side and
Okay.
lesser questions are asked on them. But at least prepare the basics of them.
Okay. So permutation combination can be at a lowest level,
Lower.
like
Just
okay, lower
focus
level.
on arithmetic because it is the elephant in the room. Everybody knows that a lot of questions come from the topic of arithmetic.
Okay. Okay, completed my graduation this year, got placement in my college, so I'm currently working. I'll appear for CAT 2023. So is there any problem like gap or anything. He's already told this. So Priya, he's already answered. Okay, so how did your personal interview go? How
Okay.
was it?
So for each institute, I had a lot of interviews to go for, but I'll just take up the interviews of IIM ABC. So IIM's interview was more on the understanding the personality you had, some basics about your undergrad, some situations how you handle. AWT writing is there. Ahmedabad is known for analytical writing, so for VRC preparation would be taken into consideration while for AWT. For Bangalore, it is more about similar on the similar lines on the world affairs, and Calcutta it is more related to finance. And otherwise, they are on similar lines.
Okay. Do we get a choice to attempt the questions, like attempt 80 questions out of 100?
Yeah, definitely, you have the choice to attempt as many questions as you want. You can skip out on questions. There is no negative marking as such, as I'm aware of.
Great. And CAT exam is mathematics or theory based paper in 2022 in entrance exam of MBA. Few name of MBA A grade college in.
So first, it is not a theoretical paper as such. It is a very aptitude-based paper. It is an aptitude paper on the first place. Do not expect a theoretical questions coming in the paper. You can attempt even the paper knowing nothing about it. That's the beauty of CAT. And the last part of the question I missed out. I just forgot what was there. Last part of the question.
Few names of MBA A grade colleges.
A grade colleges. I, so I think as CDC colleges I'm aware, and A plus grade college. I'll say at least target for IITs and NITI and all those colleges.
Okay.
And below, if you target set your target way too low, I think, and the A grade, I think it is on the after CDC colleges are there
Right.
IIMs. That's what I'm considering. If it is CDC colleges, you know it's IIMs, but don't set your target way too low.
Okay. And you can refer to the Shiksha page link. You will get many MBA good colleges there itself and every grade. You can just have a look. And okay, is Times Chandigarh good for preparation? Are you aware about Times Chandigarh
Yeah, not aware about
particularly?
time Chandigarh.
See, Muskan, this is actually very much like state related question whether Times Chandigarh, he's not from Chandigarh, so he'll not be able to answer. But maybe you can just have coaching from Times itself. It might help you out. Okay. Is it worthy to take admission in IIM by education loan if like financial background is not very strong?
Yeah, definitely you can go for education loan. There are scholarships being provided by IIMs if
Mhm.
the financial condition is not good of the student. And please don't skip out on your dreams because of the financial condition. IIMs will look into it. Just
So
get a good
one
school.
like middle class student can bear IIM
Yeah,
fees
yeah,
just by taking
definitely.
loan.
Yeah, just definitely you can go for it.
Okay, so Arjun, it answers your query as well. Basic things that we have to make strong.
Okay. So firstly, you need to practice a lot. The paper is, even if it is a 2 hour paper, you will feel a
Okay.
lot fatigued after the paper. So practice is important. Read a lot for VRC and please be good with calculations. Don't go for on-screen calculator because it is available for every calculation you are going to the on-screen calculator. A lot of your time will be wasted, and a lot of time wasted would reduce your scores. So please don't go for on-screen calculator.
Definitely. Okay, what if you didn't get good grades in 10th and 12th, but you get highest in CAT percent exam? Then it's like, is there any chance to get a call from IIM-ABC or?
I think you stand a chance of getting calls from IIM-ABC.
Okay.
The bifurcation needs to be taken into account. So yeah, there is a lot of technicalities over there. So don't go into it. But you can get a
Okay.
call.
Okay. Do IIMs consider grads fifth semester marks, graduation fifth semester marks?
Yeah, they consider for each semester the marks are taken into consideration. If you are in the
Okay.
final year, if you are in the
Okay.
final year, the score till that semester is taken into account.
Okay. So Krishna is asking cat means what?
CAT is an exam to get into management institute. That's it. It is.
Yeah, you can just like we are here for the cat webinar itself because cat is just uh admissions registrations are already on. We have the exam in November, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's to get admission in big MBA institutes and all to get through. That's a right like a way or a path to clear through IIMs or any other good top institutes. Okay. So many teacher and many my trainers told me that after graduation it's good for applying for the job because they told me after MBA chance for getting job is less and if get placement within the college is good. Otherwise it will be hard. Also, they told that MBA graduate want to pay high amount than BBA graduate. So good thing is we want to apply for job after graduate. Which one is good?
The placement process through the college takes place.
Okay.
I don't think if you are willing to give up your placement through the college, only in that case you are not allowed to sit for the placement process. Even after that, few colleges like IIMA allow its students to go for entrepreneurship and come back for placement if it doesn't work. There are those technicalities as well, but I don't think there is chances of not getting hybrid job if you skip out on the placement process.
Okay. So anonymous attendee, I would just like you to rename, please, because like it's good to just call you by your name. And you are asking for the recording as due to some network issue missed on some part. Don't worry, we'll be posting this webinar on YouTube very soon. You can check on that. You will get all your answers because your all the answers were answered, dear. Okay. So did you apply for FMS as well? If yes, can you share your interview experience? How was it?
Yeah, so I applied for FMS as well and
Okay.
went through the process. I was selected at FMS as well. So
Okay.
for the FMS, the interview round is a smaller round. Firstly, there would be an extempore round where you are supposed to answer the on the topic they are providing. So you don't have prior knowledge to it. Be good with the basic general knowledge and be good with speaking skills. And post that, it would be around 10 minutes or 7 to 8 minutes interview. And it is on similar grounds like the IIMs. The
Okay. Okay.
procedure is similar, with contents is similar.
Okay. And what will be the best option actually? I have taken a previous admission in Mumbai College in PGDM. Apurv is saying that. I have given ATMA and I will still be giving MBA CET. So he scored 7.40 CGPA. Is it necessary to give CAT and what will you suggest?
So CAT is the exam that goes for the IIMs, for the FMS and other IITs. That's the acceptable
Okay.
test for these institutes. If you wish to target these institutes, it is necessary to give CAT. For other institutes, you may go for CET or other for JBIMS. Like colleges, you can go for CET. So it is not compulsory to give CAT for all the institutes, but yeah, for the good institutes, it is necessary.
Okay. Great. Good enough. So if Muskan is saying if she scored 80 to 90 percentile in CAT, can she get a call from IIM-ABC?
Depends a lot on the profile of the student, but yeah, the
Right.
students have got calls, but if it is fresher, it's not a good idea to go target such a low percentile. Target high, target as much as you can, and it would be good. I think you would score more if you would set a target on the higher side.
Okay. Akash is again concerned about the VARC and DILR sections. So how to pick the easy sets quickly instead of struggling with difficult sets? How was your approach? So if quickly you can just run through
uh,
that. Uh,
for the DILR sets, I first saw the set. I found if the set is the familiar side of mine. If I'm familiar with the type of the set, if I could solve the set, if I'm like confident on it, I'll go for it. Otherwise, I'll mark it for review. And if the set I can see that I won't be able to solve it in the less time, because 40 minutes time and 60 minutes time, there's not a 20-minute time difference. It's a
right.
huge time difference in the DILR section, because in the initial 10 minutes you won't be solving any question, as I'm aware, and post that the scores would just shoot up. So here
Okay.
the margin of error is very less if it is a 2-hour exam. So
Okay.
prioritize on the sets if you are familiar with them, and if you can solve them, only then go for them.
Okay.
Don't experiment in the exam. Please don't do that.
Right. Right. Okay. So in which IIM are you studying? He's from IIM Ahmedabad, the topmost IIM. Okay. Thank you, Mohanable. I got back in first year. Is it okay? I got a back in first year in my third year UG program, to which now I am graduated. Does it affect a candidate preparing for CAT and scoring a good marks for IM? Is it a drawback?
I think they won't be seeing whether you have scored got a back in your first year, if the entire score is taken into consideration.
Right.
But yeah, if the entire score is good of the undergrad program, I don't think it would affect your chances.
Okay. And do we get placements in TCS or Amazon by pursuing MBA from Amity or BBD University?
Not aware of the placement process of those institutes. From other institutes, yeah,
Right.
definitely Amazon and Tata does come.
Okay. Dear, you can check on the placement criteria once again on Shiksha page. You will get the idea about the same. Should we take other exams such as NMAT, SNAP, etc.? as well to be on a safer side?
Yeah, you should go for other exams. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Hedge your risk and go
Right.
for other exams, because if you are prepared for CAT, you're prepared for other exams as well. And it is a good idea. Few bucks would be devoted to it, but your chances are more. You are on the
Okay.
more secure side.
Yeah. Are there any scholarships before the admissions to IIMs considered like he has cracked CAT exam? So any scholarships after that?
Directly the scholarship won't be given to you. First, you are asked to pay for the initial term fees, and post that, considering if each institute's financial needs based scholarship are given in the first year, score based scholarship are given in each institute after the first year.
Right. What is your suggestion for working students for preparation? How one can manage weekends for prep? He's already answered this. Okay, can we get your Instagram ID, Ritesh sir? You can reach to him through shiksha.com, and you can ping me up. I'll share my email ID as well at the end of this webinar. So that will be a like right mode to approach him. And whatever queries you have, you can definitely post that. I'll share you the link where you can ask your questions directly from Ritesh. He'll be answering that live itself. Okay, except I am other top universities who accept CAT percentile. You can just name some if you are
So
aware of.
FMS, yeah, FMS takes the CAT percentile. The other
Okay,
institutes like IITs accept it. NITI does accept those scores. Uh, Many of the other B schools take into consideration. There are a lot of IIMs around. If I'm not a score, plus 16 plus IIMs are there, so you can target them. And other institutes, yeah, most of the institutes accept CAT score. The US side,
okay,
the XLR, most of the institutes, and in that nursing doesn't take CATS for XLR and MLAT. Most of the institute accept CATS.
okay. Prakriti is saying she's in third year. Uh, like degree, should she need to write CAT this year, next year? Will there be any lab if she writes CAT next year? I think she's asking about the gap. He's already answered this that you can give CAT. Okay, sir. I should like to know about which MBA are you doing right now?
The first year at IIMs, there is no specialization. Each
Okay.
student goes for the general, and the next year electives are available to select.
Right. Sakit is already answered about the scholarships. Okay. How many questions you had attended in the CAT exams? Generally, how many questions might be attended to get 99 percentile? It's a very good question. Interesting question, actually.
Okay, so I think I'm not aware of all the sections, but I
Okay.
think on the VARC, I left just two of the questions. I just decided to leave on the VA part. RC, I have printed all the questions, and two of them I got wrong. So I am not a
Okay.
yeah for, out of all the questions. For DILR, my attempt was on the lower side, and the accuracy also took a tumble. On the QA, accuracy was on the good side. Attempts were also on the higher side. So I could have improved my score. Till date, I'm very sure that if I didn't carry the DILR baggage, yeah, okay, this is very important. Don't carry each section's baggage to the next section. If it doesn't go good, it should affect that section. Don't not to the next section. For my DILR, points was affected, so don't take that. Consider it as three different papers.
Okay. Did you also apply for colleges abroad? If yes, could you please tell your experience?
No, I didn't apply for colleges abroad. I think
Okay.
GMAT was there. The GMAT exam was taken for
Okay. And any idea about this JS Kothari? Good. Is this a good college for PGDM?
uh, I'm not aware of the college, so I will be commenting on
Okay.
it.
Is the difficulty level of CAT and GMAT same?
From what I heard, the GMAT is on the tougher side for the VARC section. Kind of their skills are on the tougher side. For DILR and quants, it is pretty much comparable. I think that the quants part is easier, and for DILR, it is more logical. And I think there is a decision making section in GMAT as well. So
Okay. And what was your fees? Like, what is currently your fees at IIMA? Student is asking about that.
I think it is around 25 lakhs. So for first year, we are provided the term first year fees. Next year's fee, I am not aware of it, but I think it is around
Okay.
25 lakhs.
Okay. And one person is asking, sir, I heard about CUET exam a couple of weeks ago, and the registration for it has already been closed. Can he register now? I would like to know the difference and which one is good, IIM or Central University or other universities. There are. two questions in this. First of all,
Just,
he's asking about the CUET exam. Can he register now? Do you have any idea
I am
about
not
the dates?
for the
Mhm.
CUT exam. I'm not aware, but I think once the dates are over, you cannot
Yeah,
register.
you cannot apply for that. And like he wants to know the difference, which one is good, like IIM or Central University or other universities?
Probably on the ranking side, if you see, AMS are on the higher side of that, and
Right.
central universities, the pedagogy is different, AMS pedagogy is different, the peer group is different. So I think I am at the upper hand to AMS as compared to central.
Okay. And what's a decent score in mocks right now?
My own score was very fluctuating in nature.
Okay.
To be very honest, you won't be getting a 99 in most of the marks because the pool of candidates is lesser. There are just
Right.
10,000, 15,000 attempting this, and then there are 2 lakh people attempting CAT. So the
Okay.
percentile would take a hit, but the learnings would be there with you. Uh, the other things from the mocks could be taken into account, and your strategy could be formulated with the mocks.
Okay. Guys, I'm launching a poll. I would request you all to please fill in your feedback about this session. I think it might be very useful to you guys. So please fill it up quickly. And we'll be taking up next question. What keeps you motivated during your prep phase?
So thing that kept me motivated throughout the prep phase was like I was fixated with the mindset of doing an MBA, not going for an IIM. IIM was a dream institute to me, but I was fixated with the idea that I wanted to do an MBA. That motivated me throughout. There would be many ups and downs. More often than not, it would be downs with your scores, with your personal problems, and all those things. But yeah, just focus on the process, enjoy the process. It's very important to enjoy the CAT journey. The CAT preparation is really a very enjoyable process. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Solving mocks, solving DLR sets, reading. It's a very good competitive exam. It is not very tiring kind of boring kind of an exam.
Great. And how to maintain accuracy in VARC section?
So for VARC section, it is very important to understand what how the passage is being provided to you. Do you know the premise? Are you able to comprehend the idea? Are you able to comprehend the question? And then can you eliminate the options? It is usually for RC part or VA part as well. You won't be getting an answer directly. It is not a school-based paper where answers are known to you. You need to eliminate options. You need to comprehend it, and then you have to give a leap of faith as well sometimes, and believe in yourselves for the options. And elimination of options is important. Direct answers won't be helpful in most of the cases.
Exactly. Okay. So coming to the next question, being asked, are Mumbai colleges good for MBA or PGDBA?
Yeah, there are
PGD.
many good colleges in Mumbai for MBA. And
Great. Okay. Can you please repeat your days after engineering? I just wanted to know the flow of your journey till now from after engineering.
post my engineering, I was placed with one of the companies. I didn't join them. I joined another company,
Okay.
and I was working with them. And I was preparing for when there was no work with me. And when I got my work, I was mostly fixated with the interview schedule. I managed it pretty well. So,
Quite nice, quite decent actually.
yeah,
Okay. And how is Deccan Education Society colleges?
the Deccan Education Society colleges. I think they
No.
need to mention the name of the colleges to get.
Yeah. Okay. What was your schedule during preparation of CAT? He's already shared that, Anshika. Thank you, Mohanambal, again. How was your previous academic score? Were you a topper or an average student?
I think their academic scores were on the good side.
Mhm.
Precisely the scores taken into consideration are of 10th, 12th, and graduation. So they were pretty good.
Okay. And how we can avoid procrastination during preparation?
Okay, so usually procrastination comes with each person. Each person
Okay.
procrastinates a lot. What would
Okay.
happen? How it would happen? But
Right.
in the exam hall itself, I just remember one of the sayings that were provided to me, like the whatever happens outside the exam hall, the question paper doesn't know what you are going through. It just
Right.
knows the answer. So do not procrastinate. It won't help. And enjoy the
Okay.
process. Focus on the process, not on the results.
I hope you got a good answer from Ritesh. So coming to the next question by Omja, how did you score in mock initially? Like, what were your percentiles? Did you go from low to high, or always scored good?
No, I went from low to high. So it is, I had a very low score initially. I would say
Yeah,
around 80 percentile, 80, and sometimes lower than 80 percentile as well. Because I was not
right.
fixated with the idea of percentile. I never
Uh,
worried about it because I knew that the pool of candidates is good. And
right.
then from low to high, then again low was there. So
Mm.
it keeps on fluctuating a lot.
Okay. So a sweet question from a aspirant once again. Sir, actually, my family is middle class and we cannot afford 7 lakhs for getting into a private college. If he takes a loan for it, it's gonna worth it. I'm really nervous and confused. Please help.
So if it is an IIM, you should definitely go for it. Do not worry
Right.
about the fees. You would get a good loan structure is there, and post MBA you can easily repay the loan.
It definitely pays you well
Yeah, it
if you
pays
are
you well, and
doing.
yeah, it pays you well, and then the interest structure is also made a bit smoothing for the students. So do not worry about
Okay.
that.
Okay. And how was your interview in IIM? Were you nervous? Can you give some tips on it?
So luckily, initially my few of the interviews of were on the non-top IIMs. There were
Okay.
for the other IIMs. So I got used to by the time IIM ABC came into the picture. My C's interview wasn't that good. I realized that I was not knowing a lot of them. And for the other interviews, I was worried. But for the B's interview, I could say I was pretty relaxed.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So should parents take decision of children's, like if they are paying like it has happened with me, can that force be able to give qualification in CAT or any exam? Is it clear? I think
think,
your question is not very much clear what you are asking. Please rewrite once again. We'll take it up. Is there any difference between MBA in finance, MMS, or MSc in finance?
I think I'm not very sure about them a lot, but MBA in finance versus MMS in finance, there is a difference. And
Okay.
usually MBA in finance is more preferred. And you can go for specialization only in the second one.
Okay. And CAT percentile you require for St. Xavier's College, Mumbai. Do you have any idea about that?
So
Right.
I don't have,
Apurv, you can refer to Shiksha page link for the same. Do you belong to Maharashtra?
yeah, I belong to the state of Maharashtra.
Okay. Even after scoring a 99 percentile, does low previous academics affects our admission into IIMs? Is already answered, Sachin, but if you can just repeat your answer once again.
Uh, okay, so the admission criteria is bifurcated into many sections. 10 score is given weightage, 12 undergrad.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
interview has weightage, CAT scores have weightage. So it would definitely affect. But don't get disheartened by that. CAT score is given very high weightages in many of the institutes, and you
Yeah.
can easily get a call and convert as well.
Okay. Did you crack CAT in like first attempt?
Yeah, this was my first attempt at CAT.
Yeah. Can you provide your phone number? I'm really sorry for that. You can have my Shiksha email ID. I'll share it with you. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay. So, what is your view on return on investment ROI for MBA program? How to look for a decent ROI of an MBA college or an institute?
So okay, actually, I didn't calculate the ROI for the institute. Many students definitely go for it. Many students choose FMS because of that return on investment. But then again, the return on investment has many tacit parts to it. The peer group that comes with it, the brand value of the institutes that come with it, the learnings. So you can easily cover that up. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. And we have one last question. Sir, after completing MBA, and if I did not get placed, then where can I find jobs? And I heard that after MBA, chances for getting jobs is less. Is it right, sir? Actually, I would like to answer this that like depends upon which institute you are looking for and which institute you have done your MBA from. Because I am after having doing your studies from, I'm definitely you will not have a problem for the placements and all. So Ritesh, just would like you to add on something for this. What are the chances after doing MBA for the job?
So
Mm,
there are very high chances that you would get placed through the campus placement process. Even if you
yeah.
don't get placed, you will get a job. It's very likely
Okay,
you'll get a job.
very likely. Okay. And from any institute?
Cannot comment on any institute, but yeah,
Okay.
mostly MBA grads get a job. That's what I've seen from non-IIM students as well.
Okay. After PGDM, can he do MBA?
I think it is, if it is an executive MBA, you definitely can go for it. I think double MBA is also possible. I think
Okay.
many of them have done.
Okay. Okay. Is CMAT easy than CAT?
I cannot comment on whether it is on easier side because I haven't given CMAT as such, but I won't say that any exam is on the easier side.
Great. So we have answered all the questions, and it was a very interesting and a useful session for you guys and for us as well, because we just want you to come up with the doubts and we want to help you out. So I think it worked out really well. I have shared my email ID, guys, here in the chat. I would request you all to please mark me a mail in case you have any questions or doubts. And you can also, I'll share you the screen as well. And here we have trending webinars. I hope the screen is visible to all of you. Ritesh, would you like to answer? Is it
I
visible?
I don't think it is visible to me on my
I
end.
will again do it. Just a minute. Now is it?
Yeah, now it is visible.
Okay. Okay. So, guys, here, this is shiksha.com page, and you will get to know about the trending webinars. This webinar, CAT 2022, that we are conducting today, will also be posted on YouTube, as I said before. Apart from that, just a quick tip that you would like to give to our aspirants, which would be very helpful to the students who are here with us.
First thing is that enjoy the process. It is very important to enjoy the journey
Hmm.
of the preparation schedule. So that's when you would be able to score a lot because you would be willing to devote a lot of time to your preparation if you enjoy the process. Then for ERC, like I said, read a lot. For DILR, solve a lot of sets. Go for previous year paper. They are a good source of for it. From CAT 2017 to 2021, there are a lot of sets available. And
Okay.
for QA, first do the basics of all the sections, all the parts that are available, and then go for mocks. Mocks are the holy grail, and analyzing it is equally important, if not more.
Great. Thank you so much for such a great tip. And I hope this was a very good, informative, and helpful session to all of us. So, thank you so much, Ritesh, for joining us over here. It was actually a great pleasure to have you with us and sharing this information that was very much required by all of us.
Thank you, Kanika, and thank you, Shiksha, for calling me for
You're
the
welcome, dear. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel.